have a shot, but the work that he was doing to create opportunities in front of him was sensational. With Morningside, yeah, they lost opportunities. Maybe whatever win there is, no, actually it's against them this quarter, I don't know what I'm talking about.
But the win hasn't really been evident across the first 5 quarters of today, let's be honest.
Composure maybe, I don't know. So, but they do need to work out how we're going to get to goal, because just going wide is very much a defensive negative move, and well, it hasn't worked. They've still conceded 4 goals even by trying to take Labrador out of the corridor. And the Labrador corridor, if you like.
The Labrador corridor, there we go. That might catch on at Tiger Land as umpire Jono Angus gets ready to restart proceedings here at QAFL Reserve here on the mighty Gold Coast. As he'll redo that one again, Jono.
Oh, I thought that was good enough.
I thought so too. Jono puts a lot of pressure on himself, but he's one of the more experienced and well-admired umpires in the state campaign, that's for sure. Lovely tackle laid there on Jakey Chapman. We'll see a ball up here as we'll see that one on the replay.
That was Hoffett, and I've been impressed with both Hoffett and Walbers moving around the ground in the first quarter. They've been showing plenty of energy.
Must have had a look at Nathan Wright's game in the Colts grand final, best on ground as a ruck. Opportunity now inside the forward 50, and the Tigers, no, couldn't quite bring it down the ground there, Coombe, but close. This has a shot and misses to the near side.
Well, that was 3 near misses. Rubok maybe could have gone back and just settled a little bit, then went across, the mark was dropped by Coombe, and then the snap missed by Cockatoo Collins. Morningside need to make them pay now.
Well, the opportunities are coming. Ball up towards half-back. Good spoil there from Mackenzie Riddle. Panthers under siege. Labrador now. Riddle dances on a dollar, darts in with a kick up towards half-forward. And Reece Coombe, he's just saying it's all mine. No worries. So Reece Coombe here for the Tigers. And how do you see his chances here?
Well, I am looking at the flags across the ground, and whatever win there is actually favouring him at the moment. I'm not ruling him out.
Reece Coombe, bit of right to left about it. It's a tough kick. It's going to curl back. It's just for a little bit short, and a free kick, chop of the arms, and it's going to go to Labrador. Labrador will get a free kick, almost from point-blank range.
And Mr. Rubok, who doesn't look like missing.
He's having a day out here in the QAFL Reserves Grand Final.
And panicky defence from Morningside on that occasion. That's why they've conceded the free kick, because thought we can't let him have another one.
Absolutely, they are becoming Rubok conscious, and he's missed it.
That's because I said he was having a good day, and he's a sure thing. So the commentator's curse, I haven't lost a thing. But once again, they're at this end of the ground, and they're set up. It's matchups galore as far as the eye can see back from the 50.
A lot of players within the kick and a half out, so they have to go a little bit longer. That was probably the kick they didn't need to have. Up towards the corridor, mark taken here by Reeves. Good game from him so far inside the forward 50.
Hello.
Here's a chance. Oh, hits the post. I think it was Bailey Reeves gets the point for that one, and they are knocking up, having a chance here. They're up to 3 shots on goal, and they've missed. They could have put this game away early.
There's a nice bit of harbour bridging there just to get the ball going through. It's
just shepherding it through.
Not practiced enough.
Oh, they are having a nightmare getting off half-back. Kent McMahon plays on now, left foot kick inside the forward 50. And that's Patrick Turner. Good mark.
He's just pointed inside, so whether that's a little bit of bluffing or whether he actually is going to look for the inside play.
He's not going to pass this off.
That's right, he's a full forward. He thinks like a full forward.
He sees goal, kicks goal. We'll see how that one works. Pat Turner. He can't afford to miss opportunities like this. And he's missed again. So Pat Turner misses. He's got 1 goal, 1 on the board today. And they're pushing the lead out. They're getting there point by point. 4 misses in the first 4 minutes of the second quarter.
Morningside still have to make them pay though, and so far they haven't, and they haven't really looked like it. Where's their option now? I can't see one.
Well, I don't see that Labrador get a goal. It's not a bad thing for Morningside because we'll give them a chance to reset. That's probably what's going to happen here as he plays on now. It's just going to go straight back to once it came. Who's going to fly? Comes off hands, another point.
And some good work at the back from Cameron McQueen just to diffuse the danger. Well, they've had enough practice now. Make it count, Morningside. Work out what your exit strategy is.
Got that space. Go that short kick. Short kick on this side. When I say this side, the commentary side. They're just going longer. Because Labrador have got that extra number there. Well, that's the first time it's worked out well for them, as Walber's marks. Gets the ball on now to a teammate on the burst. Back up to the corridor. It's taken him a while to get that far, but Bill Hicks marks on the outer wing.
He was equal 9th in the best and fairest for the Bill Clerk medal the other night. He's had a very good season in the middle of the park for the minor premiers.
Well, he's got a raking left foot on him too. Very accurate. A bit of an ear warmer or an ear tickler. And that will go to Bailey Reeves. Inside the forward 50. Players coming, but Turner came through from behind. Couldn't quite take the mark there. Morningside under siege. They almost ran back up the corridor and nearly put themselves into trouble. And Nelson sent it out to the fans. Take the game to the fans, they say. They took it literally.
Ethan Edwards did really well to get to the ball in the Morningside defence there, and then ran into a wall, and suddenly any work he'd done didn't work.
Hofer drops the mark, almost uncontested there. Kick around the body. Out of bounds on the full. The ball has just been locked inside their forward line. It is 5 points to nothing. They've had 6 shots on goal in the first 6 minutes of this second quarter. They almost got to take a punt and bring it out to this side of the ground. Take a risk, because it's gone out there more often than not. It's come straight back. Labrador have set up for that.
Well, they know what's coming. There's no unpredictability at all.
Ethan Edwards. Defensive half-back. Kicks the ball on the outer side. Hands there. Good sport there from Kurt McMahon. Ball hits the deck. Freeman now sees it out of bounds. Boundary throw in between wing and half forward. Attacking zone for Labrador, which, Daniel, has been the standard formality in this quarter, let alone the game.
Well, the Morningside is in damage control mode 6.5 minutes into the second quarter. What's their path to goal? What are the ideas that Adrian McCormick has? I haven't seen them yet.
Well, they're pushing out that line, pushing out that side. Walbers just gets it out. Was there a leg? Yes, there was. So free kick to Morningside. They've got to utilise this now. It's Jordan Brown having to push and get kicks further up the ground. Good tackle. Laid there as the ball squeezes out there. Nice little depth touch there from Hicks, who's done some very handy things in this term. But now it's Labrador under siege. They've just had that run of numbers. Underground handball. Lovely work out to McMahon. He was stripped of it there by his Morningside opponent. Morningside now are able to cause a turnover. Lovely spoil there from Morningside. Labrador still with that extra number around this contest now. Just trying to tap around. Gather possession of the ball in front of the scoreboard. Labrador darting around. There's Hicks again. Kick along the boundary line. A boundary throw wouldn't be a bad thing for Labrador here. Shaden Close lays a good tackle. Pushes inside the forward 50 here for the Tigers. Now they'll bring it out to the commentary side. No, they won't. They might just fumble it. They've got the extra number here. Here's Shaden Close darting around. Handball over the top now. Ball 15 metres out from goal. Morningside under enormous pressure at the moment. They just can't find a way to get out of half back. Morningside ricochets back into Close there for Labrador. He was held on to momentarily. Slapped forward out of the hands there of Bailey Reeves. Good pressure there. Free kick eventually has been paid and it'll go to Morningside.
I saw more Morningside heads over the ball in that passage of play, even when they were being pushed backwards. That's the most commitment I've seen them show in this match so far.
Well, the match that has gone about 36 minutes in full game total.
Oh.
Walbers, the brick wall.
Pretty tall wall.
Yeah.
It's a great wall. It's the best wall. We're going to make Labrador pay for it.
That's the second time he's got up in his general vicinity. This is the best. This is good. Daniel mentioned before about this, about that sort of best passage of play. Well, this is some of their best passages at the moment. Jordan Brown puts his head over the ball. We'll see a stoppage, and we'll see this on the replay now.
Right idea from Murray. Just a little bit of a skill. Oh, sorry. That was the mark from Murray there. And then just his kick up to look for Brown just fell short of the mark. Opportunity not over, however.
So Rucks will contest, ball brought to ground there by the Panthers. Ball at 55 metres out from goal, 52 now.
51, 50.
It's almost like a game of rugby league. Every metre is well earned. Getting close to the try line.
Well, that was almost 1st and 9 there, I thought. But
Absolutely. Hoeford brings it down the ground here for Labrador. Dodging his way out of traffic there. The Tigers. Oh, that's a good mark.
Good ground before.
Pat Turner inside the forward 50. Another big moment here for the Tigers. Lovely defensive work there by the Panthers. And we'll see a boundary throw in. So I think that was the play that came off the ground with the blood rule.
I think we've had a jersey change because number 23 is not on our list. So we'll have to get an update.
That was the play that came off the ground with the blood rule before. His name escapes me at the moment.
Was it Hammond?
That was Hammond.
Yep.
There you go.
So he's gone from 32 to 23. His jumper's on backwards.
There we go. That's probably why he wore that number.
And good defensive play from Sean Massey, who's done a couple of good things in the last 2 minutes or so, trying hard in the pocket.
He's had to push into defence, exert some of that pressure. Hoeford tries to get the spoil in there for Labrador, brings it down the ground. Still inside the field of play momentarily as Mackenzie Riddle takes it out of bounds. Boundary throw in, and we've ticked on 11 minutes, so we're 37 and a half minutes of game time, Daniel, and Morningside yet to get a goal on the board.
The intent is there, and at least they showed they were prepared to bring it at least a bit closer, sort of more centre wing to get an opportunity.
The last 2 or 3 minutes has been far better. Holding the ball, free kick. So that'll go to the Tigers here, and we'll go to the arms here of Riley Johnson. So Riley Johnson here for Labrador. What options has he got inside the forward 50? It was, the target was perfect. And this player is having a day out, Reece Coombe.
Yeah, D'Souza, I think, in defence, just found himself underneath the ball a bit, didn't quite judge the flight. Tell you what, Coombe did.
Don't know if he was the intended target. I think there was another player there on the lead, and the ball just fell a little bit short. So he's a left footer. Question of accuracy. It's holding its line momentarily. Goes through for yet another behind. That's 1 goal, 1 on the board for him today. 6 behinds for the quarter here, and it's not Breeze. Breeze is not having too much impact, I think.
Except I'm looking at those flags up at the, I think it's the northeastern end. They haven't quite got my bearings yet. And there's a bit of flutter in them.
Yeah. Hopefully Morningside can conjure something out. When they're going out there, they're going to Walbers every time as well, as Walbers has the kick and sprays it off the side of his boot. Lands in the arms here of Kurt McMahon. An impressive game for him today already. McMahon going back along that same passage of same side of the ground where Walbers was for Morningside, where he got the kick before. Good pressure there. He's GAWN. He's gone, free kick, and it'll go to Josh Connolly. You can see here on the replay there. Beautiful tackle there from young Joshua.
There's a lot of flat-footed Morningside players inside 50 there. Their opponents, direct opponents, jostling around, looking for position, creating doubt, and there's just a lot of flat feet wearing red, white and black jerseys at the moment.
Well, Connolly here. First major shot on goal from him today. He pulls the trigger from about 55 metres out. How's the distance? And it's just touched. They're getting closer and closer.
It does seem to indicate that it's a bit easier to get your bearings and judge the wind from that side of the field. And I don't think it's just because he's right-footed and has the natural swing back toward goal. It just seemed the wind just seemed to have less effect on that kick overall.
Blood rule here. We might see a third jumper change here for Josh Hammond.
He has a box out the back. They just keep pulling out jerseys. Triple XLs just all there.
Just ready to go. They probably expect that from him. So now he's got to find a number. Give him number 5, 2 plus 3.
Oh, there we go. Good. Oh, good. Oh, thought he'd marked it. That was good work there from, I think it was Reeves.
So I wouldn't be surprised to see if Josh Hammond comes onto the ground with yet another jumper. Meanwhile, boundary throw in here inside the forward 50, 7 behinds and an out of bounds in the full has been the formality here for Labrador. That's been their shot tally. They have 1 goal, 1 on the board. Technically, if you sort of break it up, they are penetrating. Now it's up to Morningside. They just can't clear the ball out. Well, they do, but it goes out of bounds on the full, as it did in that instance there.
He always looked disappointed before he kicked it. There was just a lack of energy in the body, and it came off the side of the foot, and he almost seemed to just sort of go, oh, well, it's that kind of day.
Yep. And then he's jogged back inside, or he's jogged into the defensive half of the ground. Well, is that him there? He'll have a chance for redemption. So he'll have another chance here, Walbers. He followed Hofert inside the defensive 50. Good strong mark. No, not quite taken there. Well, not paid there to Purcell, but he got the free kick.
And Morningside were lucky because Perslow nearly won a 1-on-3.
Yeah, which has been very tough for them. They haven't kicked a lot of one-on-one contests, particularly on this commentary wing. More numbers here for the Tigers at ground level, going up unopposed. Ben Gibbison and Daniel's hands are gone up in the air. He cannot believe it. Yet another turnover. Just replay it over and over again. You're getting the same result at the moment. Kick up towards half back. We'll see another stoppage. I would just love Morningside. You could see here on the replay now. Good mark taken there by Gibbison. But I just want to see Morningside go up the corridor.
Yeah, keep it simple. Route 1.
Yep. Shortest way home. Taken high, just inadvertently as he was slipping down the ground.
Exactly, yeah. That was unlucky, that one. Right decision. Umpire can't do anything else, but there's no malice in that tackle.
Ollie Moncrief.
Yeah, slipped there.
Yep.
The arm was hung out by Brown, I think.
Free kick for a hold, so Morningside will have an opportunity now.
Okay, where's their free people? I can see Copeland running forward, but he's matched up.
No. And the umpire's either called time off. He's called time off because the play was so forward of the mark. So Murray here gets the right result there in the end anyway. That was the focus, that was the plan all along. To Ollie Moncrief, back up to the corner, up towards Halkias. Just some clever work here from Shaden Close. Look at him go. Great to watch. Inside the forward 50, left foot kick, lobs it up to Pat Turner. Can they finally get one in this quarter?
Those 3 players were in position while Morningside still had the ball. They were reading the play 6 moves ahead.
Geez, they'd be good at chess, wouldn't they?
I think Kasparov would still taken, but but no, the way they're setting up in anticipation, there's so much trust of the midfield, and they just think, no, they'll sort it out, and when they do, we'll be in position. Shaden Close, well done.
Pat Turner here for the Tigers for his 2nd goal of the game. They've missed their last 8 shots on goal, 7 points and out of bounds on the full, and he's finally got one! Finally! And the Tigers get the first goal of this quarter at the 7.5 minute mark.
And that was the wobbliest looking one of the lot. It came off, certainly didn't come off the sweet spot of the foot. I think if we want to see how that goal was created, it was here we go, Shaden Close. The pressure that he put on Halkias to get the ball in the first place. The kick wasn't great, but Close made sure that Halkias was no chance of reeling it in. Close was able to burst through the middle. He found one player, I think that was Rubok. Then it was off to the full forward. 2 passes, set shot, away you go.
Well, I said before that Morningside probably needed to concede a goal so they got a chance to reset. They might actually have that opportunity now. They've got Halkias in the middle. They've got Walbers. They've got some star power in there. O'Neill Moncrief is starting to get his hands on the ball a little bit as well. So they've got some big guns in there. Also, they just need to get a centre clearance. That's the understatement of the century here as rucks go up again. Slap forward there for Labrador. Freeman knocks it forward again. Handball out. Oh, good tackle there. Laid there by James Smith, and the umpire will call a stoppage here. We'll see that on the replay now.
Some hard work from Morningside there. Jake Chapman was second to the ball initially, but kept working, and then Ryan Cole made sure it was wrapped up.
Handball forward there for Morningside, but it's hacked forward there by Walsh, up towards half forward now. few Tigers around this contest as Morningside now handball the ball out wide towards Ethan Edwards. Ethan Edwards there for Morningside. Finds his teammate there on the bounce there. That's Ed Milan. Ed Milan back up to the corridor. Almost sold himself into some trouble there. It's Morningside. They are doing it the hard way at the moment. Hard in your mouth stuff. Right foot kick up towards half forward there on the bounce. Tapping it forward to advantage now. Right foot kick on the way. And is that going to be a downfield free kick?
It's Copeland who put the ball inside 50.
It's going to be a downfield free kick and Ben Murray will have a shot on goal. So they'll finally have a chance to kick one here. Morningside.
Hostile crowd over in that part of the field.
They'll only get more hostile the longer this day goes on. So Ben Murray, can he kick there first? Yes.
Oh, they needed that. I noticed earlier Jake Chapman, even in the play that began over at right half back, he was throwing himself around. Some good work by Ethan Edwards to get it moving forward. Sam Copeland with that little tap forward, I think he was the one who was taken out, which caused led to the decision to have the easy set shot. But again, they weren't playing on the boundary line. They were playing between the centre square and the boundary line. It gave them that little bit of space to move. It wasn't so negative. It was a genuine path to goal as opposed to it's safe out here. You can't, I don't care how badly you swim, you can't hold on to the side of the pool. You've got to at least give yourself a little bit of room up that wing.
And they backed themselves to actually run and carry the ball, which hasn't really happened too many times today. As we'll see another reset here. So we mentioned before that Morningside almost needed Labrador to kick a goal.
Yes.
And it's happened because it gave them that chance to reset. You and I've seen enough footy to be able to see that can actually help the team that's trailing. They're able to get their midfield around the ball, and the rest they say is history. They'll have a chance here now. There's Moncrief. He's had a nice little 7 or 8 minutes passage of play here. Comes back down to Moncrief. That was a throw, in fact. And will that be a 50-metre penalty? No, I don't think so, says the umpire there in Matty Bellina. So free kick at half-back there for the Tigers. And that went to Ben Gibbison, who switched in the ruck. Turning the ball over now. Morningside. Kick up towards half-forward. Good defensive work there. I think it was from McMahon, but Morningside with numbers at ground level. Right foot kick skewed off the instep of the boot. It might suit them here. Murray. Here comes Moncrief. Good smother there from Labrador. Simply sensational there. There's McMahon. He's taken high free kick, centre half back.
Well, Moncrief will cop it from the supporters, and he did have a kick smothered, but he was largely responsible for getting the ball into that position in the first place. And I think Adrian McCormick will be very pleased with that passage of play from his number 40.
Bill Hicks receives it from McMahon after almost having his head taken off. Luke Coombs here across half back, looking for close. Good defensive work there from Morningside there in Massey. But Labrador with some numbers, handball over the top, falling to ground at the wrong time there, Morningside, but they do have some numbers. Reeves, right foot kick, did he hit a target? Oh, you betcha. Rubok's having a day out, and so is Bailey Reeves and the Labrador team.
Let's applaud the skill from Reeves, because he was basically sideways when he kicked that ball inside the boundary line. Rubok was clever enough to read it and to back Reeves' skill. And he's been rewarded with a shot, albeit a rather tricky one.
And he'll kick this too. He's missed his last two from set shots. Okay, I'm in the wrong caper here. He's missed it.
No, you're a commentator. You just cursed him. That's how it works. That's a sign of quality.
See this work again here from Reeves hard on the boundary line. Just kick the ball, hit the target. We said he's having a good game. He just continues to deliver with every disposal. Halkias now tries to shake off close. Halkias finds a teammate under pressure. Back to Halkias. Lovely tackle. Knocked out in the tackle, said the umpire. So play on. Chance here for Morningside. Under siege again. Back into Massey. Finds a teammate who just kicks it around the body and turns the ball over to Billy Ivers.
Rubok and Blair in that tackle before. Rubok's not just a goal scorer. He'll give you forward pressure as well.
Right foot kick here from Ivers inside the forward 50. Uncontested mark almost to that, back to Cam McQueen. for Morningside.
He was calm under pressure there, McQueen.
He had to be. The traffic was coming behind him. It's Perslow. Marks in front of Freeman. Perslow, they're looking to go still across to this side. I'm still not sold on the concept yet. Comes off hands there. They were able to get first hands onto that. Labrador again with some numbers. Comes out to Reeves again. Reeves has been sublime and he'll draw the free kick downfield. It doesn't matter because despite all that, despite the kick under pressure, he still hit a target, Daniel.
Much like Reeves did before. And the kick to Copeland, I mean, he was the chip and Labrador with the Seagulls, really.
Yeah.
He was just surrounded. So
It's like a lamb to slaughter there, really, wasn't it?
A completely unfair situation to put a teammate in.
I'm not going to make a comment here on Rubok. He's kicked 2 goals, 3. His last 3 shots on goal have been all set shots. So he's zipped from 3 from set shots today. So I'm not going to back him in, but he does. He gets one on the halftime siren. And that's a big one.
And again, the ploy from Morningside to hug the boundary line. I mean, if the plan had changed, Perslow didn't get the memo. He kicked it into pressure. Labrador turned it over and ends up with Rubok. He's finished his hat trick for the first half. When a side kicks, I think that was 8 goals in a quarter, you're tempted to say, oh, they could rue that later in the game. That inaccuracy could hurt them. It's hard to see how it could hurt them at the moment because it's just constant pressure, constant possession. It's a one-sided game right now.
Well, they kicked 2 goals, 8 and out of bounds on the full, and they still lead this one at halftime by 38 points. You've got Daniel, you've got Chris. We'll be back with the second half right after this break here in Reserves Grand Final Football.